Donc je me réveille ce matin, je regarde la date. Nous sommes le 24 juillet et je viens de réaliser que dans un mois, jour pour jour, je pars vivre en Chine.
For my whole life, I've been living in Switzerland, went to school, high school, and even worked as a receptionist there. Learned how to sing and did a lot of horse riding. And 2 years ago, I started EPFL in life science engineering, and now I have the crazy chance to go to Hong Kong for my exchange year, which is so crazy. And I don't know if there's anyone I don't know who will maybe find this video. But anyway, I told myself that I would just keep that as a diary to keep all the souvenirs with me and to share it with my friends. So let's get ready to move to Hong Kong together.
There are so much things that are arriving right now, and I know that I want to get prepared for everything, so we are a month away from my departure, and I know that I have some things to do, such as administrative, being sure of when I'm arriving, because I'm arriving a week before housing check-in, and there are so many things to say about that. Hi, my name is Laura. I'm currently an undergraduate student in life science engineering in Switzerland, and I'm moving abroad for my third year of bachelor degree to Hong Kong to study the same thing, just to finish my degree here. I'm going to Hong Kong University of Science and Technology, so it's like a big campus which is really next to the sea out of Hong Kong city, and well, that's just crazy. So for the context, I'm living in a very small village in Switzerland, and that's kind of a change to just go from this village to this kind of city, but that's just gonna be so amazing, and that's a very big chance. And I wanted to keep a bit in those videos everything that I find are important for my departure, also to remember a bit. And if maybe you're moving abroad soon, or you think about it, or you already did, maybe you will be interested in it. So I was thinking of doing probably 2 videos, like 2 parts, and this part is mostly going to be about what needs to be done before, so getting ready for this kind of departure, knowing a bit more about the culture, how I'm gonna do it with languages, administrative and everything. And then the second video is gonna be when I'm actually gonna leave. I don't know, I just really wanted to do videos about that, also just to keep memories of that and to also share with my friends, just so they can follow this adventure with me.
Several months later.
Okay, so we are 1 day before my departure, so it's been kind of a while since I've recorded for the last time, but I wanted to film a bit more during this month, but I didn't know really what to film, and everything was just like getting ready at the very end. So I'm leaving tomorrow, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about all the things that are important that you have to go through also to get ready. And all my departure arriving there will be on episode 2 that I'm going to start to record from tomorrow. First, let's talk a bit about all the things that should be like prepared before leaving, because of course you have to do your luggage, but there's so many different things that are important to do, such as seeing if you need a visa, what you need to enter the country, if, I don't know, you need some medication also to take there. Is it authorized or not? Of course, it will depend where you're going. If you're staying in Europe and you're from Europe, maybe it's going to be a bit easier depending on the country. If you're going abroad, every rules, everything you are allowed to import are different, and that's super important to know that about. So there was a huge part of this month which was just like making a list, getting ready for that, and I'm quickly also going to show you a bit the Notion page I did. I think I talked about this page a tiny bit in one of my last video, which was about like getting summer organized, but honestly there was not like everything about it, so we can just go for it.
So welcome to my Notion page. I have this amazing countdown which is saying that I'm living in a day and 6 hours, and then I have those 2 sections which are like what to do, information and culture, so all this administrative, what to take and everything, and we're just gonna go a bit more in detail about all this information. So like for my old Notion, you will see that there's a bit of mix between French and English, as French is my mother tongue, but here is my administrative page. So basically I have everything that I need to do. So plane ticket, e-visa, now it's done because I have my visa, thanks God. Also, what do I need for assurances, vaccination, bank account, and everything. So there was just like a part for me to keep everything that is more, administrative, and that you really need to take care about before leaving. So a bit boring page, but very, very useful. And here I have my what to take page, so for everything that I need. If you're speaking French, maybe you know where this gift is coming from, but otherwise I just made a list with all the clothes, so habits and everything that I could need, so I could just like tick the box, and then I'm very sure I'm not forgetting anything. I have also everything for makeup, bathroom, room. I know that there is something that I should buy there, and also for classes, as I'm moving for classes, so I was not allowed to forget all those important stuff as well. And while back on my main page, I have my to-do for Thursday, that it's so empty because I didn't write down everything I need, so yes, I will really have to fill it. But basically I just have like that I have to visit uni to see everything for transport, but well, that's a bit the basis. And then I have hotel Airbnb for the first week. So basically I was checking for locations, so here I have a little map, and I know that some people told me that Central is a very good place to go to find a hotel to visit a bit the city. So basically on this page I just kept like all the ideas of maybe Airbnb that could be great, hotel and whatever. Finally we found another one which is not on the list, but that was super great to have a place where I could keep everything. And then finally I have the thing from my university, so I have my learning agreement that I'm not gonna open because it's just more like an official page with the official documents and everything, so the classes that I'm taking. And as you can see, my university is a bit further from Hong Kong, but I think you can reach the university by like in 30 or 40 minutes by metro or bus.
So after my Notion, a thing which is super important and that we have to talk about is also more social, because well, it depends with who you're moving, if you're moving with someone, if you're going to go totally alone, for which circumstances you're moving, if you're moving to your university and everything. As far as I'm concerned, like this month was also like getting ready to say goodbye to some certain people, and that was more or less hard, depending of course on the relationship you have with those people. And even though I know that I'm coming back probably for a week for Christmas, it's always like a big departure, because I've been always living in this small village and like just moving to like this huge city. That's such a difference. And I think I did not film that much because this month I also just like enjoyed to take time with the people I love, and yeah, just to see those people, to say goodbye, even though you know you're coming back. But that's super important also. And as I said, even if no one see my video that I don't know, that will still be kind of a diary for my friends who want to like follow a bit this journey with me. So that's also what I thought it was like just a good idea to create it. But I think the social part was probably like one of the hardest to prepare, because you cannot really get ready by doing like a task list and everything. And even though you're super optimistic and you know it's going to be a great experience, depending on just how you feel with certain people, that's always going to be a bit hard to say goodbye. But you can also find like little ways to just stay in contact, stay in touch with those people. Now that we talk a bit more about this emotional part, I know that tomorrow is probably going to be a bit hard as well. I'm really lucky because I'm living with my dad, who is coming with me because he has to go to China for work. So I'm not like going totally alone, but I will have to say goodbye to also the rest of my family. And I don't know exactly how is it gonna be, if I'm gonna be very sad tomorrow, or if I'm going to be sad in a plane, or realizing after a few days, especially when my dad is gonna leave from Hong Kong. We'll see. So that will be like more the second part, which is a bit less technical and just like more vlog about me moving abroad, because I have just like no idea how it's going to be. Okay, so I just changed my spot for this part of the video that is really important, which is about like getting interested about the culture and also the place where you're going. So I think that's really important. And from what I talk with other people going on exchange, everyone can see like is exchange year a bit different. It can be like, okay, I'm in a place where I can travel all around in Asia, for example. Oh no, I really want to learn the culture there, and to say that I went there for a year, so I really know everything about this city. So I think I'm a bit in between, because I also want to travel a bit around, because well, everything in Asia is so much closer than when you're coming from Europe like I am currently now. I also really want to learn everything I can about Hong Kong, know really well the city, the culture, what they like to do there, because for me it's so important and I have this opportunity to go there first.
and I'm gonna spend so much more time there than, like, for example, if I'm going for a quick trip to Tokyo or whatever. So for Christmas, I received the Lonely Planet from Hong Kong, which I went a bit through. Well, it's a bit like addresses of restaurants that you can go, where you can sleep and everything, mainly. So you're just not gonna read like all the lists, more like what you need, you're gonna pick up information from, but just more like about the part of Hong Kong. And I also try to contact, also from my dad, all the people he knows that already went to Hong Kong, so you have an idea where to stay, because we are going to stay for a few days in the city, and then I'm gonna move to the university, which is a tiny bit out of the city. So we just wanted to find like the best place, you know, to stay, to visit, to discover more. And that was so interesting also to learn a bit more about every district in Hong Kong, what they're famous for, what you can see there and everything. I really enjoy getting interested in the culture. And for someone who likes to learn languages like me, I really wanted to get a bit in touch with the language, because I think you're just getting like so much closer to people also through the language, talking to the native language. That's kind of another barrier, I'm gonna say, than in English. Of course, my English is going to be, even for the whole year, like far better than my current Mandarin Chinese, but even if improve a bit, and that's gonna be far better than from my Cantonese. But talking a bit to people in their native language, I already found out while working in a hotel, meeting a lot of people from everywhere, that it's just like I don't know how to say that, but a closer bond. And that's also what I want to do and to achieve when I say that I want like to discover a bit the culture there. So I prepared all my luggages yesterday, and to be honest, there are so many books about Mandarin Chinese, and I have also a huge book about Cantonese, because I really want to learn, like we talked in the last video, about like some sentences, some important things that you can just use, and that will maybe make my experience there even better. The last part and last thing I wanted to talk about in this video was more about if you're going to move abroad for studying, because of course maybe you're moving abroad for a new job or whatever. So I'm just gonna talk about my experience about preparing a new university year. So every university is different, and I know that the way my university worked here in Switzerland is not going to be the same as here. And for example, there are a lot of students from the university where I'm here, so at EPFL, who went there and told me it's so much more chill than in Switzerland because of the work they asked for. But when I googled the name of my university, the first video that came out were like 5 good reasons not to go there, or the University of Burnout and everything. And I know it depends so much on people. I don't know exactly how different is your experience if you're an exchange student to like a local student, that I don't know, and I'm really looking forward to discover. But sometimes it can take so much time also, depending of course of what your university, like your home university, is asking about organizing. Which classes are you gonna take? How can you register, enroll? Because we have to do everything. So first we had to do like the learning agreement. So it's like you're showing to your home university, to the person which is like taking care of that, which classes you're gonna take there, because there are some classes that you have to take. For example, I'm studying life science engineering, and so I know that the people at EPFL would not have let me study, I don't know, literature or whatever. Like there were some classes that were compulsory, because the goal is still for me to have my bachelor degree at the end of this exchange year. And that's so important also to see how to enroll to classes, because in my university where I'm going there, it's a bit tough because there's so many steps of enrollment, pre-enrollment, everything. And a thing which is super nice is that the enrollment time will start around like 9:30 a.m. Hong Kong time. So you can take out like 6 hours from where I live. So basically, I know that tonight I would have to wake up at 3 a.m. in order to enroll the classes, because the classes, well, everyone is getting enrolled super fast, and it's first arrived, first served. And there are some classes that I know I have to take, otherwise I can just not go to my exchange there, because, well, I have no other choices. So yeah, I think it's going to be a bit of a rush tonight.
It's literally 3 a.m. I know, oh my god. So it's fine.
And that's super important also to really take care of what your university, your home university is asking, and how the university where you're going, like the welcoming university, I don't know how to say that, is asking for as well. Like all those administrative can be so much different, and sometimes it will take you like ages just to fit everything. And even though like an exchange year is super exciting and you have thing of traveling, getting plane tickets, getting your luggages done. Sometimes you will have to spend a lot of time not only on visa, but also just on all this administrative part, which you should not forget. Alright, so I think this video is for long enough, so we're gonna stop here and I'm going to record, I don't know, maybe from this afternoon or from tomorrow morning about my departure because it's arriving now. So thank you so much for watching this video, that meant the world to me, and I'm so looking forward also to take you with me if you're like part of my friends or just if you're interested about like through this incredible journey. And I don't know what to expect, so I'm so much looking forward to be tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching this video and see you for the departure.